Hey, good morning, Ed. Giggles. Hey, I'm here. We're up and running. Boone. Ah, be right back. I'm gonna let Boone out for a second. Right back. Oh.
All right.
Traffic.
You working?
No. Oh.
What's up, TJ? Jody, Edward, Joel, how's it going? Nunya, what's up, man?
Traffic, Nova. We're down at Black River, and then we'll give you a call when we're off here to fuel up.
Coming on, TJ. Anybody know what a bore polish kit is? I ordered something from Amazon, and that's what they sent me, and that's not what I ordered. It says bore micro polish for plastics. I'm not entirely sure what the fuck it is. It comes with these like little Q-tip looking things, this little plastic tube of shit in it. It's a bore plastic polish kit. It says micro polish for plastics, bore polish kit. I don't know what the fuck that is. I hadn't really looked it up or anything, but there's one of y'all might know what it is. I ordered something on Amazon last week and they sent me this yesterday, and it's not even like what I ordered wasn't even the same thing.
Hey, Justin.
So you could use it on your tail lights, maybe plastics like that. Okay. I think
I
it's
can hardly hear you, Justin.
Can't hear me.
Might be this damn computer I'm on.
I got my mic turned all the way up. I don't know. How do I sound to everybody in the chat?
You sound sellable right now. It's not your equipment, it's this equipment. I'm still having issues with this one. Having all kinds of issues with the sound.
Okay. Nunya says he hears me okay, so it must be on your end then.
Oh, it is my end. Ever since
Shut up, Russell.
it's an R240HY intelligent R display audio is what it says on here, but it doesn't give me any other options.
The thing is this tube of polish is so fucking tiny. Like, they don't give you very much.
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
I cannot, for
sounds
whatever
like,
reason, it doesn't give me the option of selecting the audio out. Hey, Ed, good morning.
Good morning,
Like
guys.
this, like this tube is like the quarter size. It's like a quarter size of a what do you want to call it? Like a chapstick tube. Like it's really tiny. There's like barely anything in it. So I don't know. Like you'd need a lot to do your tail lights, I'm assuming. And then on it's really weird because on the directions it says polish bore plastic kit. But then on the directions, it says to polish wheel bores and wash wheel. I don't know what the fuck this thing is for. Uh,
Nunya, I don't understand that, bottom right, okay. I see where it says using the microphone. I don't see a sound setting down there. Links.
no, because I think you had didn't you have that sound bar plugged into the monitor? The
Yeah,
back of the monitor? Okay, you have to turn the volume up on the monitor with the buttons underneath the monitor.
well, I tried that and it didn't do anything. It says it's up all the way.
Oh, if that's up all the way and your computer audio's up all the way, I don't know that. That should be the only two audio adjustments for that.
Yeah,
There's
because you're
two.
coming in nice and loud, Justin.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely on his end then.
Well, audio issues are the bane of my existence. It takes time. You'll work through it. You'll figure it out.
Audio issues when you're streaming is the one problem you will
Yeah.
run into every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Hey, Tony.
The
Hey,
Good morning,
DJ.
DJ. Good morning, Eddie.
so Justin, what did you originally order, man?
It was a paint stick, but they sent me a bore polishing plastic kit, and it just
Wait, you originally ordered a pink stick?
a paint stick.
Oh, a paint stick. Oh.
It's like a paint pen. It's like a pen that puts
Yeah,
out
yeah.
paint.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
to match up the
Well,
color.
you could have gone to Hobby Lobby and got one.
No, it's for cars. It's not for doing
Oh.
crafts.
Don't even get me started on Hobby Lobby. They don't have any hobbies in there. All they got is cheap stuff to put in your house. They don't have any hobbies.
Yeah.
Oh, what
That
happened?
is true, though. Hobby Lobby is not really
Yeah, no, it's not.
what you think of when you hear the name.
Yeah.
It's literally a craft store, pretty much.
Again.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, crafts could be considered. I mean, it definitely could be labeled a hobby. But when you hear Hobby Lobby, you assume like there's like a bunch of different types of shit in there. Like, you know,
I thought
RC
they had
cars,
RC
shit
cars,
like-
to be honest, Justin. They don't.
Yeah, you would think they
They
would have
don't.
like different hobbies shit in there,
They
but they
don't.
really don't. It's a girly craft store, pretty much.
Yeah.
No.
They got like wall hangings, right? They got like
Yeah.
decor.
Wall
That's
hangings
what they
and
got.
like hot glue guns and
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
all
they
that
got.
shit in there.
Mhm. Yep. It's like Michael's, but it's already made.
No.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
go there and get one of the big welcome signs that every middle-aged mom has to put out their front door.
Right?
Yeah, like
The live,
welcome,
love,
yeah.
laugh sign.
Yeah, come on.
Bet
Yeah,
you they
I
have
got
love
one
and
outside.
laugh or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Love,
the live, love, life. Fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you
Yeah.
they have many
Decal
of those.
yeah.
Hey, Ed. My name's Ed, too. We look
Hey,
very
what's up,
similar.
Ed?
Much love.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
See, the one around
I
here,
think
Jody,
I've-
doesn't have any of that. It's literally
I think
just
I've
craft
seen-
shit.
I think I've seen some of their microscopes in there. It's like, well, that's a pretty nice
They got
microscope.
microscopes there? Okay.
Yeah.
The one around here don't have none of that shit. It's literally just craft stuff. At least I've never noticed it. And I've been in there a few times. I've never noticed anything like that.
They got those crafting scrapbooks and stuff. That's what they got.
Oh yeah, the scrapbook. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah, the Cricut machines, those are actually good machines. My sister has one. You can make your own decals.
What happened for
and shit with
breakfast,
those.
TJ?
I'm having some Cheerios, but they're see they're like in the shape of a heart.
Oh,
Heart Cheerios?
Yeah.
What? Okay. I mean, okay.
Uh,
All
you
right.
should be having some green cereal. It's St. Patrick's Day, bro.
yeah,
Come on.
I don't think we have any green food coloring is the thing.
Oh, don't you have a spray can at home?
I'm thinking about, because I don't have to be into work till 3, so I'm thinking about maybe going to like a local Irish pub somewhere and having some corned beef and cabbage.
TJ, you still working with the grocer?
No, well, no, I'm still at Walgreens, but like
Okay, I thought it was a grocer. My bad.
No, I did used to work at a grocery store a long time ago. I used to work for there was a grocery store when I lived in South Carolina called Ingles. So I used to work, yeah, Ingles, yeah.
Okay.
I used to work there, and then when I lived in Georgia, I used to work at Publix.
Grocery store as well?
You should have stayed with Publix,
Okay.
man. That's a good company to work for.
Yeah.
You can buy employee stock and all that shit in there.
Yeah, my mom and my uncle used to work there when they were younger.
Publix is actually a hard place to get a job with because they really don't have a high turnover rate.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, for a
Yeah.
retailer.
Yeah.
Like I go into a couple of Publix around here and you see the same faces in there all the time. Like you rarely ever see anybody new.
Yeah.
It's good to hear your voice, Justin. I haven't heard your voice in a while. Hope you're well. Hope the family.
Well, Ed,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
good
doing
to
good.
have you here on the screen.
Yeah, I've been away a little bit too, so it's partially my fault.
Well, my life's going to hell here, so that you know.
Hell in a handbasket?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fucking sound bar's breaking and he's
My sound bar,
Losing
my
his shit.
computer's broken, and yet if I switch it over to this one, this works fine. If I put it back here, it doesn't work. And
It's got to be in the settings somewhere. I bet you.
oh, I
Gotta be.
can't find any settings that aren't.
If you look in your bottom right corner of your PC where it's got the little up arrow, and you check your sound setting, I bet you something's going on. Something.
we've already been through all
It's-
that with him.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys did. Okay. Something's not. Something's weird. It could be Streamlabs or whatever you guys are using for. What are you guys using? You're using the Duck, right?
Well, see if I go
Oh,
over to this
Zoom.
computer and I sign in here like this, I can hear everything fine.
Okay.
But it's
No, he's
delayed
just-
because I'm listening to it there.
No, he doesn't use Streamlabs or anything.
Now,
He just
see, it
uses
keeps-
Zoom.
It keeps cutting my video off. Are you guys doing that?
No,
It keeps shutting it down on me. I gotta turn it back on. Let me turn it back on.
No, he's not
Yeah,
using
it keeps on shutting me down. I don't know.
He doesn't use Streamlabs or anything. He's just using Zoom.
Mhm.
just using Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Zoom keeps shutting me down. Mhm.
Well, Zoom shuts TJ down regularly too.
Well, I mean, you know why that is. Anyway. And it ain't those heart Cheerios.
No,
It ain't hard here.
Zoom is getting ready to watch him swallow the bone. You know.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. My whole face is gonna disappear
If you
shortly.
tilt the bowl, that means you
Oh
love it.
yeah, he
That's
just.
okay. That's okay.
And what you don't see, but you can hear his tongue sloshing around inside the bowl.
Oh my God.
At least he's not licking the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, he does that too.
He turns the
sometimes
camera
I do
off
that
when he does
when
that.
they're like if I'm having like tater tots or French fries or something on the on a plate, and I'll take the plate and just go.
I got a little dachshund over here who does the same thing. He likes to lick the plate.
Hello,
Clean.
Tony.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet Mia does
Let me-
too.
Can I call you back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, bye.
All right, sorry.
How about Mia loves it too? She likes to lick a plate clean, right?
Yeah.
You haven't been around in a while. Mia passed away.
Oh, she passed away.
Yeah,
Why am I
Paul got a
spotlighting?
Why you? Why you, Mia? I'm sorry to hear that, Paul.
yeah, it was like
Show them how you tongue the ball.
month and a half ago, something like
There
that.
you go.
I'm bummed.
He got a new dog, but yeah, that was about a month and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah,
I love Mia just as much as I love the little birdie that passed away that David had.
Oh yeah, he had the
Yeah.
bird. Yeah.
It's been a good while since the birdie passed away.
Yeah, I miss Mia terribly. I got a new pupper dog. I got a beagle, but he's just so hyper.
You mean he's younger than us? Okay.
Yeah, he's 4.
He's 4? Oh man.
Yeah, he's
I
had
don't want to go
enough
back
time.
that far.
Jody, he's been hooked up to any desk enough damn times with other people. That's the one the scammers like to use a lot, is anydesk.com. Or is it .org or whatever the fuck it is.
Damn it! Stop spotlighting me.
Yeah, you look good, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We good. We
I
good.
use Quick Connect if I got to use it. The one that's
Hey.
built into the computer. That's a good one.
Grab that bull. Grab that bull.
No, I said Paul's had enough experiences with AnyDesk. That's how those two scammers got into his.
I'm gonna get Boone in just a minute. Boone, come on.
Come on, Boone, let's go.
What's his name?
freaky,
Bo?
Justin.
What?
The new doggy's name? Bo?
Yeah, no, Boone, like
Boone.
yeah, Boone, yeah, like
Okay. Like Daniel Boone.
yeah, Daniel Boone, yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, I was saying, Justin, that morning was kind of scary.
Eh.
I couldn't sleep that night.
What are you talking about?
What happened to Paul with those two
Ah.
guys? That stuff that happened.
Oh, that's happened a couple of times with him.
Oh,
I'll tell
I
you one
use-
thing.
like I
That
said,
doggy had a good dad.
Like I said, I don't use AnyDesk. I'll use Quick Connect. That's one that's actually built into the Microsoft computers.
Mia wouldn't have lived as long without Paul.
It's
She had
built into
sicknesses.
Windows.
She needed medicine and stuff.
I've never used TeamViewer, Jody.
I think Boone is a distant relative of TJ because he doesn't listen either.
That's funny.
I'll
Good
take the
morning,
I'll take the
Joe.
fall with you, TJ. I'm with you.
Isn't there an Irish parade today?
Not that I'm aware of.
Wait,
I
no,
don't know.
today's
Joe
St.
usually
Danny's,
goes in-
or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. Hey, Joe.
good morning.
Hey,
Mr.
what's
Joe.
up? Yeah, first off, there's one computer Paul's working on. He's probably not got the settings right. Second off, the Boone's not hyper. Paul is sedentary. Let's see what else. Paul doesn't listen. What else? You know,
Paul,
he
are
eats
you
bad.
using? I'm sorry, Joe. What'd you say?
No, he eats bad. Takes a lot of Dukalax. What else? Let's see.
Not a Dukalex.
Always pulls the old man card. Let's see what else.
Man, come on.
Most of my sound issues
Stop.
have come from the mic itself and like this kind of thing, or like settings themselves. And
Well-
sound issues are always the worst.
Well, like-
they just
I
are.
guess if you're streaming, 90% of your problems will always be fucking audio.
Yeah.
Audio is always the biggest bitch when it comes to streaming.
Well, I guarantee it's on that computer because if it's working on the other computers, that one computer is he doesn't have a setting turned on all the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's settings.
Guarantee you.
Yeah. Justin, just so you know, this is the cam you gave me, it's working great. How do I look? Do I look okay?
Yeah.
Looks like it's working okay to me. Keeps on turning off on me
TeamViewer
for
doesn't
whatever
help
reason.
you.
Okay.
Security from malware bites.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, TeamViewer is a popular one. I just have never used it. Like I said, I just use Quick Connect because it's built into Windows.
And thank you also.
Oh, you're welcome. I've used it for helped Amanda quite a few times over in England.
Try to.
Using it,
It's a little crooked. Let me try to straighten it.
helping her set her stuff up.
Okay.
Coffee time. Coffee time.
Oh, it's good.
How's the weather down there, Mr. Joe?
It's gonna be beautiful today. It's gonna be like 72.
Yeah, it's cold here this morning. We got that front moving in, so I opened up the sliding glass door and just kind of peeked outside, and it's kind of chilly.
I mean, here with Paul, it's been rainy, warm, cold, like every other day. So like, it's been a little weird. Not gonna lie. Rainy one
Here's-
day, cold, then warm, then cold, then rainy. I don't know.
Here's
It's-
-9 with the wind chill is -14.
It's 62 degrees Fahrenheit.
You know, I've never seen an actual tornado in real life.
Oh man, you don't want to.
Probably
not.
That's
Good thing.
You don't want to.
Oh.
First
Yeah,
thing
I've
you
seen
do is grab something and hold on because you're afraid you're going to get swept away. All right, it's
Yeah.
not fun. It's
Yeah.
very
Doesn't mean
scary,
a shopping
very
cart,
scary.
TJ.
Yeah,
Shopping cart.
yeah.
That does not mean a shopping cart.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna hold on to the strongest thing I could find.
It's a little chilly outside right now if you're in the shade, but if you're out in the sun, it's actually really nice. It's
We didn't
only
even have a
6.
tornado here, Tony, but it was straight line wind, 76 miles an hour. Caused
Oh, shit.
$5,000 worth of damage with our trees, but the
Wow.
house stayed up. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life. You look out the window, you couldn't see 3 inches, and it was just gray stuff
Oh,
going by,
shit.
like stuff just
Wow.
going by.
What's up, Brenda?
Wow.
Yeah, it was scary. If any of you guys in chat know, you know what I'm talking about.
Were there any animals flying around or anything?
There was stuff flying by, and I didn't know what it was. Could have been. Not sure.
Oh wow.
Could have been. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like the,
He
like
couldn't
the
tell.
movie.
He had his eyes closed. What you talking about?
Right?
It's like the movie Twister when the cows are flying by.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Only if the cow went by, it was so fast I wouldn't have seen it.
I love that part.
Like,
We have a
really wouldn't
cow.
have seen it.
Yeah, we have
We have another cow.
Yeah.
No, that's the same cow.
Another cow.
I like what he said. No, that's the same cow.
Everywhere.
Any wind that can snap a tree in half that is larger than I can hug, okay, it's scary. It was
Yeah.
scary. Yeah.
You talking about the yearly count already, Johnny? That's what it's up to.
All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna go to breakfast with my family. I don't want to say, hey, check in with you guys. Let you know I love you.
Have a
Hey,
good
Brenda.
one.
Nice meeting you, Ed.
It was.
Love you guys.
Come on, TJ, get into it.
Love you guys.
Russell,
There it is. Love you, TJ.
Yeah.
Hey,
Joe.
Hi, Ed.
love you guys.
Adios.
Okay, he
He's
just froze up.
frozen. He's frozen. He froze.
Eddie, what do you, Ed,
It's like frozen.
here comes
Uh,
Lance.
His thing glitched out.
Uh-huh. What?
Morning, guys.
Lance is here. Okay, I'll see y'all.
Good morning.
See you, Joe.
Go get your chair.
Slick Watch passed away this weekend.
You what?
Slick Watch passed away this weekend.
Who was that?
Wait.
Probably one of the best point guard Seattle Sonics ever had.
Well, that's why, because he's somewhere else.
Yeah, he's 73. A young 73.
Wait, what's the dude's name?
Slick Watts. Watts.
What?
He made bald fashionable.
Oh,
Look him up on your computer. Handsome looking dude.
dude.
DJ, you were not even born yet when he was playing.
Yeah,
I
probably.
can figure it out.
Wait. Let's see. Let me
He
Google
played
it.
for Seattle in the late 70s.
What, his last name is Watts. What's his first name?
Slick. You know, like you slick your hair back. That was
Oh,
his,
Slick. Oh,
that was his little niche because he didn't have hair.
oh, okay. American former basketball point guard. Kind of looks like
Slick Watts.
well, no, he looks like another. He resembles somebody else a little
Yeah.
bit. I can't figure out who.
I threw a little piece of pancake to Loki a little while ago, and it hit the gate when I've got against the wall, and a little piece of it, about the size of a freaking, I can't even tell you what it's the size of, like a little lint ball, fell behind the gate. So Cleo smelled that little lint ball and yelled at me till I moved the gate so she could get it. Her and that nose.
Hey, Lance, is that the same one that was made famous by Abbott and Costello?
Yeah. Hey, what's the score of the Spawn Rory right now? I was gonna turn it on, I forgot.
McElroy's one in front after the 16th, and they both on the 17th.
Okay, give me a play-by-play if anyone hits the water on 17. I'm a Spawn fan. He's from San Diego State University.
Oh,
He's a graduate.
It looked.
So I'm rooting for Spawn.
I think maybe Spawn went in the water on 17 because it looks like he's playing. It looks like he's playing from the drop zone.
Okay, so it's over.
Probably.
But Spawn's having a heck of a year so far.
Oh yeah.
And I had never heard of him.
He was only 2 inches short last night from winning.
I know. One revolution of winning that thing. But oh well. And I had never heard of the guy, you know. And in fact, I was texting my buddies and said, "Who is this Spawn clown?" And they all started laughing at me because I'm such a San Diego State fan. And they said, "Dude, he was a San Diego State grad." And I said, "Really?" And I looked him up and I thought, "You're right, he was." But anyway, it was kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
So now he's my favorite player on the PGA.
Well, he's hit the green from the drop zone, but he's a long way from the old.
You guys have got to go into Walmart. DJ, are you in working?
Yeah, but I don't go until 3, so.
I'll be in the bread aisle, so come see me.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't work in Walmart.
God, I hate late
I'll be right back, guys. I won't subject you to the music they play in the store.
Yeah, I really hate late
Be
shifts,
right back.
man. Those suck.
What is it, Justin?
I said I hate late shifts when you got to get up. You end up getting up early, and then you got to sit around all day knowing you got to go to work.
Yeah.
Shit sucks.
But at least I'm off tomorrow, so.
Said you're off tomorrow?
Yeah.
I don't go back till next Monday.
Oh, well.
Now, when
I'm
do I?
off every day. I just had PRN assignments.
Yeah.
I had a long day yesterday. Though. God, I made a decision at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go to this parade because the bottom line I wasn't going because the parking over there is ridiculous. Because it's Old Metairie, it's a little small like old town area, and it's nothing but it's mostly residential except one strip on Metairie Road that's businesses, and it's beautiful area. I lived there for 30-something years. So I know the streets, I know the parking, I know the problems. So 9:15, I get a text from Arthur Hardy, Mardi Gras guide, and he says, "You going to shoot pictures of August? I'm gonna need someone on Metairie Road." And I looked at the text and I went, "Yes." And I got out of here about 15 minutes later. I had to stop and get gas. By the time I got there, it was after the parade started, but I was about 2 miles up the route. And I'll put it to you this way. When I left the parade yesterday, parking for that parade was over a mile away on neutral grounds, on everything. And people parked anywhere they could find a spot, legally, illegally. And what I did is I went to the big parking lot that was right there. It's not a big parking lot. It holds about maybe 50 cars. And I saw a place looked like I'd get in there, but they had a table up and it was a business, so they were selling stuff. So as I was coming out of the parking lot, I looked at the other side, and the other side I saw 3 spots. So I went around, came down, and when I came down, they had it all roped off for the business. I guess they were going to park in their own space. But they had 2 portalets, and the 2 portalets didn't have anything in front of it. So I backed in right in portalets, gave them about 6 feet, put my press credentials in there, and I was 30 feet from the parade route. I got lucky. If I'd had to park more than a block away, it never would have happened.
Was there lots of floats, Joe?
Oh, it was big. It was all together you had about 110 floats between trucks, because they have the 18-wheelers that pull the flatbeds that they build up as floats, the different crews, and it's all families that do this. And they might have 40 people, 40, 50 people on each one of these things. And then you have all the regular Mardi Gras floats in between. And then you had all the bands. You had one of the major bands in the city there yesterday, St. Augustine, Purple Knights, the Marching 100. And I mean, it was a pretty nice parade. Now, when we got to that was the August parade. When we got to the St. Patrick's parade, that got a little dicey because the groups that are in there, some of these members have been the original members.
Difference.
And some of these women, like the Shady Ladies, look like my grandmother. So it was like, oh, hell no, you know? There was one woman next to me in the crowd, and she said to me, I said, boy, I'll tell you what, some of these women need to stop. You know? They look like my grandmother. She goes, you are wrong. Then she looked at me and said, you're right, though. They got one woman, her name is Renee Bourne, and she's a Hispanic lady, and she's got a club in the French Quarter, and she's a dancer. And she gets out there, and I've been shooting her for 40 years that I can remember. I could go back 40 years and probably find pictures of her when she was thin and young. I'll put it like this. She was standing there, and it's the St. Patrick's Parade's They throw out cabbages and fruit, food, and all of this. She had 3 bags in her hands with onions about the size of softballs. She wasn't dancing. She was just kind of moving like this. I looked over, I looked at this woman I was talking to, and I said, hey, you know, if she starts doing her thing, she's gonna break a hip. You know. And the woman said, yeah, she's too old to be out here. She got to be in the 80s now. But it was crazy. And then they stopped the parade. We had to wait 45 minutes for the parade, about a half a mile from us, the St. Patrick's Parade, because the Grand Marshal group, that what they do every year, the Grand Marshals get a white shirt the year afterwards, and they march in a marching group, and it says what year they were Grand Marshals. It gets bigger every year. This one group stopped the parade because they run the parade. They stopped the parade because they ran out of ice for their beer. So they had to wait for somebody to bring them ice. So everybody had to wait.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all right though. I saw some interesting people.
I've got all kinds of sports news. You want to hear some more?
Go ahead.
Sure. Cooper Kupp is now a Seattle Seahawk.
Don't know who that is, but I trust you.
And he was probably the best receiver 4 years ago. And little known fact about Cooper. You guys want to hear this?
Dad?
Sure. He's from Yakima, which is in the middle of the state of Washington. He went to Eastern Washington University. His grandfather played in the NFL. His dad played in the NFL, and Cooper is playing in the NFL. But that's not the little known fact. The little known fact is, you ready for this?
Sure.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. Cooper Kupp's grandfather. Now you're on the edge of your seats. I know you are. Cooper Kupp's
I'm putting my
grandfather-
seatbelt on.
Yep, there you go. Cooper
You got
Kupp's
a camera in my house?
grandfather's brother. Cooper Kupp's grandfather's brother was my high school, junior high football coach. Huh?
Hey.
He said, yay.
Yeah, our dog once peed on Keira Knightley's lawn. Yeah.
I had that for
I
a
passed the
trivia
Holiday
question.
Inn Express yesterday too.
I had that on my trivia question card that I gave my high school my 40-year high school reunion. Nobody guessed it, and don't you guys remember Mr. Kupp? The guy was ornery, and they said, "Oh yeah, okay, now we remember." So I won the prize on my 40-year reunion. That was out there.
I'll be right back.
Please don't.
I forgot today was Monday. It's trash day.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, they got a big block party up at Parasol's Tracy's, but I can't go up there because I got a banquet to go to tonight.
More sports news. They are up in
Yeah.
arms. North Carolina got in the dance.
Well,
I
that's
can't
simple.
believe how pissed off people are that they got in. And I hate that because now they have a chip on their shoulder. And guess who they're playing? San Diego State University, first round. It's like, really, guys? That's all you need to do is give them some ammo to play better.
So what you're
So-
saying is that sucks for y'all.
Yep, Sex for me.
The name of this group.
Gonna have a
This
watch
is,
party Tuesday night.
Alter Ego Steppers.
Having a what party?
A watch party for the game.
Oh,
San
there you
Diego
go.
State Carolina game.
There you go.
The Scoreboard Tavern in Federal Way, Washington.
Well, if any of you follow NHL, Winnipeg Jets beat Seattle overtime 3-2.
These
How
groups
old
that
is-
have been around for like 2016 and they don't have a Facebook page. It's stupid.
I only ever knew one person in my family that watched hockey, and that was my uncle. One of my uncles was into it.
Ed, what's that ghost looking thing hanging on? Is that like a big clothes hamper hanging on your door right there?
Close thing, right? On the door?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you $5 if you guess what that is.
Because I kept
Come on,
seeing it.
TJ.
What the hell it? I'm
That's
I'm
his-
thinking it's a
DJ, DJ,
I thought it looks like a clothes hamper. It could be a clothes
DJ.
hamper.
DJ. I just got a call from Jim. He came on there and said hello to everybody, and nobody even acknowledged him.
I said hello
Oh.
to him.
What's up, Jim?
Good morning, Jim.
I said hey. I said yo,
DJ said
Jim.
yo, Jim, but nobody else did.
He must have just.
Hey, Jim, we're all looking I was looking the other way.
In reality, it's your chat, Paul. You're supposed to be paying attention to.
Yeah, you're the one supposed
Hi,
to be
Jim.
following, but you're not paying
Yeah.
attention.
Justin
daydreams.
just told me it's just my chat, so it's my responsibility. Okay,
It is.
okay, Jim. Yep,
Hey, Paul, if you find
I'll
something.
keep an eye on for you, Paul.
yep, will do. Okay, yep, bye bye.
Hey, good luck with it. Be careful driving that. though.
Yep, okay, will do.
Hey, one last thing. You know what I would do?
What?
Have your friend in the front of you in case you lose the brakes.
We've told him
Well,
not
Don't
to
drive it
even
at all.
think
Yeah,
about driving.
okay. All right.
Why? What is he taking it to a shop or something?
No, you're gonna probably drive it to fly ship.
Right. So the
Well, if your
thing on
buddy's
the door-
following you, you might as well just ride in his car.
Yeah, I'm a friend of mine's coming over. He's going to be following me down. I'm going to take it down to Firestone, and they're
Oh, okay.
gonna keep it a few days.
Just
Sure.
creep very slow, even if you piss off traffic. Don't go over, I wouldn't go over 10, 15 miles an hour.
Well, it's city streets. I got it handled.
I know, I'm just saying, don't.
You got more chance of hitting something on a city street. They're full of cars.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Again, he
I
won't
got
listen.
mine on. I got mine on, Joel. See? I got mine on.
And Paul, if something happens, we're not gonna feel sorry for you.
Joe,
if you see-
I love your encouragement and your feeling. It just makes me feel warm all over.
Good. Because you frustrate the hell out of all of us.
I've been having mine on.
Something wrong with your car, Paul? Send Justin over. He'll fix it.
Fuck you, I'm not fixing nothing. I hate working on cars.
Yeah, Justin worked on his mother's car all the time.
No, I
Yep.
don't.
Lance, he's got a brake fluid leak and he still wants to drive it.
Justin's almost a certified mechanic, right, Justin?
No, not even
Thanks,
close.
Joel. I appreciate you.
All you guys just give me the warm and fuzzy. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Paul, just be careful. If anything happens, just pull to the side, hit the curb.
Yep.
He can't. He says when he's at
Yeah.
a stop sign, he's got to keep pumping it because it keeps rolling.
Also,
No,
just
You got insurance, right?
well,
Auto insurance,
I
right?
called the insurance company and I have towing, but they said you got to pay for it up front and then we'll reimburse you.
Mine never did
Well, that ain't right.
Mine
You got
just
some
paid it.
stupid insurance.
oh, you guys have that that duck
I got auto
insurance?
owners. I should
Gecko?
have State Farm.
Gecko, whatever it's called.
Geico, yeah. We got Geico.
Geico. Oh, you see
I had
that commercial
Geico for
all the
years.
time.
I never had a problem with Geico. I actually liked them as an insurance company. They always treated me right.
I got USAA from my insurance company.
Would you get that through one of your parents?
Yeah, my mom's deceased husband. He was in the Navy.
Yeah, you got to have a family member or have been in the military to get that.
Well,
Yeah.
my dad was in the Navy. He's deceased, but do I still qualify?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, normally you have to have it before they die, like through their policy or something. Like if TJ probably had the insurance before his father and
Hey, Lance,
dad passed
what'd you
away.
say?
Or whatever.
So my dad died, and he was a retired Navy, and my dad said, "Hey, you need to get this insurance," and I never did. So he passed away, and about a year or two ago, I got so fed up with PIMCO that I called the military insurance, and they said, "Well, is he alive?" And I said, "No," and they said, "Well, we can't do anything for you then." So
See, that's wrong. That's wrong
Yeah.
because if they say if they were formal, no matter what, it should count.
That's what I was saying because I know other people that had it, but they were grandfathered in because they got it on their parents' plan before their parents passed away. But if they ever leave and try to come back, they won't take them back.
Mm.
So they have to like keep it forever at that point.
DJ, you still guessing what that is?
All distracted.
I
I'm really
think-
not
I think-
guessing anymore.
I think is it a clothes hamper? Or something? It's do you put your clothes in there, or do you put?
Well, there's something in there to do with clothes, but it's not a clothes anchor.
Shoe
something
rack.
to do with clothes.
I'll send you $5 Canadian if you guess what's inside there.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
I'm on the
hold
right.
on.
I'm on the right track. So it's something to do with clothes, but it's not a hamper.
I
No.
bet it's a wedding dress.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on, Justin. You have to get it.
Wedding.
I was
Uh,
being nice. I didn't tell you.
I knew what it was because I could tell how thick it was at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my
It definitely
daughter's.
was. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a suit. And my wife had one of those in our closet for hers was in our closet.
Hey, TJ, it's a ghostly wedding dress.
A ghostly wedding dress.
I wanted to see how long would it take TJ to guess that.
Well, I was on the right path anyway.
Yeah, you were. You were. And it's my dog trying to sneak out of the room.
Your daughter already married or is she getting married?
No, she's getting married in July 12th,
Oh, okay.
which is keeping the dress here away from her husband.
You like the husband?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
pretty cool.
that's good.
He's a pretty cool guy. We get along very well.
Oh, that's good then.
He treats her well.
All that matters.
He knows where else.
That's good though. I mean, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
That's all you can hope for, especially when you have a girl. Because girls are the scariest, taking and putting out in the world on their own.
Yeah. I mean, she makes her own decisions. Can't choose for her, right? I mean,
Exactly.
she loves him.
And if you try to, you just push them away. So
Yeah, that's what my dad did with my sister, and didn't turn out too good.
who's that?
And that 50 Chevy Ford, that 50 Chevy is still out in front of the American Car Museum. They switch up the vehicles every once in a while, but they haven't for a couple months now. Still the same set of vehicles. Okay, guys, I'm gonna send it. Do a little hyper.
Send it.
Marking.
Send it, Lance. Send it.
Here we go. We gotta get out.
TJ, I'm waiting for the wind to die down so I can fly this.
Yeah.
Take you guys with me.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's pretty cool looking. How fast did that go?
Like that.
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
So, Joe, do I go to the city or to the freeway?
Through the CD.
Ed, you should get up with JDS if he lives close to you. I can't remember exactly where he lives, but he loves the little RC planes. He does the whole, like, he buys a bunch of those from like Temu and different places and tries them out.
Who's that? Sorry?
JDS. I don't know if
He's in-
right now, but
He's in Canada. Yeah.
Big John.
yeah, he lives
Big
in
John.
Canada. Yeah,
Okay, come on.
he loves RC stuff like that.
Do you know where in Canada or?
I'm trying to remember exactly where. I can't remember offhand, to be honest with you. He's a really cool guy, though.
JDS.
Was he at one of the meetups or something, Justin?
His is the I can't fix shit or something channel. I can't remember what exactly
Yeah.
how he worded it.
Was he at last year's or the year before that? Was he at the meetup?
No, JDS.
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
at the meetup.
what is he now? Can fix stuff.
Can't fix stuff, I think it is.
Mm.
I always get his and Dan's channel mixed up because it sounds so similar.
Yeah. Well, Dan's is pretty easy because his is can
I
fix
fix shit.
shit. Yeah.
Rory's one.
I'll look it up out there. See what it is.
He does a lot of review videos and stuff on stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't have that same exact one you got.
Yeah, I can't wait to go and try it. See it.
He's in here every once in a while. Comes and goes. He's met up with a few people out here though that live up in Canada. I think he's met up with Corey and a couple other people.
All right, here goes Lance. He's about to send it.
Bill Chase Academy. The hardest part about doing pictures is going back and tagging each group. Especially when there's a bunch I don't know. I gotta get their names and go find them.
Well, I'm headed down there.
Headed down where? Oh, to
Down-
get your
Yeah.
Down,
your truck
down to the place. The place.
to get your
Call
truck
the-
fixed.
Firestone.
Hopefully, Firestone. Yep.
How far is Firestone?
It's about 3 miles. Okay, guys. Just remember how much you guys mean to me. If anything happens to me, don't send flowers. Just think highly.
No, we're gonna write. He didn't listen.
Yeah, make sure you've written a will and you say who gets you there to us.
You need to find a credit card to put that thing on to tow it. Not driving, I'm telling you.
Laura.
Well, you're not supposed to tow things here with a rope or a chain anymore. You're supposed to use a rigid tow bar.
Yeah,
What's up,
he
Laura?
got that. He needed to find some place to do it. I'm telling you. If he presses on that thing and that thing comes loose and it's all, and he ain't no way to stop, he's gonna panic, you know.
I'm off. Off more than usual.
Be
Yeah,
careful,
see-
Paul.
Okay.
Remember, Paul, if your foot brake
Stay
doesn't
stay
work,
close behind your friend, whoever you're following or whatever.
if the foot brake doesn't work, pull the handbrake on.
The handbrake will work.
At least it'll slow you down, if nothing
But
else.
he's probably got another foot brake, and that costs probably a foot brake, emergency brake.
I still say send Justin over.
Nope, I don't want no part of it.
He fixed his
Hey,
mom's
Justin.
car. He can fix anything.
I
Hey,
didn't fix
Justin,
her
you're
car.
already a part of it. He sucked you in.
I
I'm not.
still think he's going to end up having to have a whole new brake line on that line. And that's
You want to make a bet? I bet you it's a seal.
All right, you
The
guys
first
gonna
thing
start
it's
a
gonna
betting
pop on is
board?
gonna be a seal.
So what? Okay, hold on before we start.
From where-
Before we
from
start
where
betting,
the
hold
leak-
on.
from where the leak's coming from. There's no seals.
There's a rope. There's a seal, but it could be coming down the tire and then spreading
No, he
out
said-
off the tire, or it could be coming off the little hose from the metal pipe. So it could be the hose.
But the drip is in front of the wheel.
Well,
So he has a
Paul's-
brake fluid leak. Is
So,
that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah,
all right, somebody
he
call
put
up.
almost 2 cans in yesterday.
Somebody call up DraftKings and see if they'll start a betting pool.
I'm telling you.
We want to bet to see if Paul will make it to Firestone or wherever.
Oh no,
state-
no, we can't say that. Come on, bro. That's not.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest with you,
I'm betting.
Gary-
I'm betting
Gary
on
just-
Justin. I'm
Gary
betting on
just,
Justin since he fixed his mom's car.
Garage just charged way too much for doing stuff like that. I can change a brake line from front to back in a couple of hours.
Maybe there's a leak on the reservoir.
No, it's,
No,
in
it's in the
front of the back wheel.
Oh, it's in the back wheel.
Yeah.
Maybe that valve where the oil goes in.
Yeah, that's what
For the brake.
Jim was saying. There was like a leak, or maybe like it was. I forgot what, because we were talking yesterday for a bit, and he was telling me that there was probably a leak somewhere or something.
Does he know where the leak is? Is it right at the wheel? Or is it-
I think he knew, but I forgot what
He's not-
exactly.
He's not
He
looked
doesn't
at
know.
where the leak is because he can't get on the floor. But there is brake fluid leaking and dripping onto
Oh,
the
he
floor
said, he said,
Above the gas tank.
in front
yeah.
of the wheel in his garage.
Okay, so it's the hose then. That's the hose.
Yeah, it's leaking above the gas tank where rear brake line is coiled from the passenger and driver side. Then T-fitting goes up in the main reservoir.
So I call the hose. I'll put $5 down.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be either the hose or the seal on the side going towards the engine.
Watch, y'all gonna be wrong. He's gonna get there like your motor's blown.
Well,
That's
hope
be something fucking crazy.
The motor wasn't blown because he could run it.
Hope it's the flexible rubber pipe between the
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
wheel
is.
and the thing. If it's that, that will be cheaper than having
Yeah.
a new brake line made.
And it may not even be messed up. It may have just loosened up enough to start leaking. That could happen too. Or where it's tightened, right where it's tightened at, it could have wore right there finally, and that's where it's leaking from. So it's probably going to be, I'd say, right now, I would say 90% it would be that little hose, and the other 10% would be on the inside of the seal, and it's just shooting the stuff back.
No, Joe.
'Cause I've seen
I
that
put-
happen too.
No, Joe. I put $5 on the hose already. You can't say the hose. I put it first.
Telling you, it's gonna be something stupid. Is you get there and they're gonna be like, "Your transmission's gone. There's just no transmission. What happened?"
What does that have to do with the brakes?
Well, I've been watching Stream Time
Exactly.
Live since it happened to see if I would see him floating down the river.
Well, he shouldn't be nowhere near the water anyway. So
No, I was gonna say I was waiting for him to go fly something, and then you see the Tahoe floating in the river. You know,
I'll tell you that big ass.
I guess he went to drive it.
I'd be surprised if that railing down there would be able to stop that Tahoe from going in there.
Oh, it can't.
And if you went in that river, you're done. Like it'd be hard enough for an able-bodied person to get out of a car and try to swim to the shore. Paul, hell no, Paul would be done. See that happen. He'll be all right. As long as he's
If
not
you
going
don't
down there.
panic, you can get out. It's when you start panicking.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying
Okay,
like
we're
Paul's
talking
not
about
the
Paul.
Paul's not the
Yeah.
fittest person, and Paul does start panicking. All right, let's see here. Put this back on here. Back on there. All right, where it is.
Yeah, Jim. Same
Yo,
thing.
you
in
be
Canada,
good.
you do the same thing.
Pancakes, banana, sausage, and an egg. That looks delicious and nutritious.
It looked good, didn't it?
Yeah.
That egg cost you a pretty penny.
What?
The egg cost you a pretty penny.
No, it
Oh,
cost
so-
about 42 cents.
I saw a meme a couple weeks ago, and it was a guy, and he said, "Just got my tax return. Shit, I'll take 4 eggs on that omelet."
Yeah.
Now they've gone down a little bit, but not much. But now the DOJ is investigating a possible price fixing. They think
Yep.
that they're price fixing it.
You can find out it's from the Biden administration. They're doing that on purpose.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think they were just allowed to get away with it, and nobody was investigating it.
Let me show you the first picture of the day I shot yesterday there, TJ.
Skyfly, yeah, I did that too a couple years ago on my truck.
Oh wow.
It's pretty cool looking, isn't it?
Yeah,
Those
that
are
is pretty
cool
neat.
Really neat.
What is that guy's holding with the green
Well,
pants?
he's got that's a pack and play. They're going to set up for kids with them. But what got me was I looked at the police. Let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was 30 of them. It was 30 of them that led the parade yesterday. They came out in front like that. I thought that was so cool.
Well, they're trying with the egg thing. I think they're trying to say that some of these, not like the little, everyday mom and pop farmers, but that sell eggs, but like the big guys, apparently they have been trying to blame it on bird flu. I don't know how true that is, but
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it's not true because we don't know all the facts yet. But we'll see with their investigation if anything comes out of it.
Well, our Walmarts here, what they're getting charged, they were charging us for more in milk, where they were supposed to. It was supposed to be 175 a liter. They were selling for 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Until somebody caught on.
Oh yeah, they caught Walmart a few months, what was it, like 3 or 4 months back? They caught them selling meats not at the right pricing. But I don't know, because some of the meats come pre-packaged, so it's like they got to figure out, was it Walmart that was doing it, or was it the company Walmart was buying the meats from? Because Walmart, obviously you can't sit and check every fucking pack of meat to make sure the weight's right. You only got 1 or 2 employees that work in that area. You're going through like cases and pallets of meat. So they're trying to figure out whether it was Walmart or the company that was selling Walmart the meats, and Walmart just didn't know that they were getting hosed on the weight. But if it was the company selling them the meats, I guarantee they're going to be getting a big ass lawsuit from Walmart.
Well, Mark, is it official? Rory win
Yeah.
the Sawgrass?
Yep. It was 1 over through the 3 holes. He went birdie, bogey, bogey. And Spawn went par, double bogey, and then didn't finish the last hole because he couldn't beat him.
Okay.
Hey, we can't have that kind of language on the panel, bogeys and holes, and it's a little much.
What's up, Dre?
Oh, what's up, Dre?
Hey, Dre.
Walmart is the king of shrink.
Morning, Edward.
Hey, Crawford.
Yeah, that's true.
KJ, can you tell me what soccer team that is?
I'm not gonna lie about that.
Where?
I don't know. I
Back in my
couldn't tell
wall.
you. I don't know. Is it like a Canadian soccer team?
No, not even close. Not Canadian.
I don't know the names. Well,
it's from this country. Do you know what country this is?
Definitely not Italy. I don't know. What country is it?
Mark, do you know what country that is?
Mark would probably know.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Hold on. What is it? Let me see.
Hold on, I'll put it the right way.
I don't recognize that.
Portugal.
There you go.
Oh, Portugal.
Video created successfully.
No, that's Benfica, one of the best Portuguese teams in the league.
So, is it the country's team or is it Lisboa?
What's that?
Is it the Portuguese country team or is it Lisboa?
No, it's the country team. It's Lisboa, yeah.
Yeah.
Landing.
Wondering how.
Which everybody else in the world knows as Lisbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got his Azores.
Haven't seen you around in a while, Dre. Hopefully you're doing all right.
Yeah, stayed in southern Portugal, close to the Spanish border, playing golf quite a few times.
Well,
Don't everybody speak at once now that I showed up.
What's up, Dre?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
your green? Where's your green at?
Dude, you can't see my tie?
Oh, it looked gold colored for a minute.
It's green. And
okay.
happy St. Patrick's Day to all my fellow Irishmen. And you hear why I said fellow Irishmen, because I'm 11% Irish.
Oh.
We could be using Matt's color grading. I would be one coming through it.
That's what he's doing.
Is your wife off next week, Trey?
Yeah, she starts her spring break Monday.
And are you taking some time off?
Yeah, I was only going to take the following week because we're going to go out of town then, but I had to take another week because I got several solar jobs coming up, and it's starting to come quite a pain in the butt dealing with Amazon because they want you to jump through all these different hoops to do the work, which is totally unnecessary. They want you to notify somebody at the gate that you're going to be doing it on a certain, they don't want it done on a certain date. I said, that doesn't work for inspection purposes with a thermal drone. Because if it's too windy, you're out of compliance with the temperatures of the panels. If it's a cloudy day, same thing. You have to have a certain radiance level to get an accurate reading of the panels. So I try to tell these folks, I said, give me at least a 3-day window or preferably a whole week window to get the work done. So I can pick the best day to do it. You know, they want me to come in on a Thursday, you know, this, that, and everything else, and notify the facility manager. And I'm like, and what happens if it rains? Then what we're going to do?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's what I tell them. I said, you know, most of the people I did, I said, always give me a 72-hour window. Just in case. I said, you know, I live in a high wind area. So even though it might be bright and sunny, I may be fighting 35-mile-per-hour winds.
Do you even need to be on the property to really do it, though?
No, that's
why the fuck are they worried about it?
That's my whole thing, Justin. I'm not even, I tell you, I'm not even going to be on the property. I'll be maybe up to a quarter-mile away launching so I can keep visual line of sight and also keep a good connection. Because if you're too close to the building, you can't get to you'll lose connection and you'll lose visual line of sight on the far side. Because, I mean, we're talking about 1 million square foot facilities that you can't see the other side unless you're farther away.
That don't make any damn sense.
No, this is just them being a pain in the butt, but this is how Amazon controls stuff. And I'm all about to say, if it wasn't for the amount of money I'm getting for each of them, I got a total of 5 of them coming up next week. And I said, one for the amount of money, I'll just like say, you know what, find somebody else to jump through these hoops because you know, you kind of just, and I've done these facilities about a year ago, and I didn't have to go through all this stuff. Now they've changed all this process and everything else. Good morning, Sunstar. So, yeah, that's my first week of spring break, Lance, is doing these solar facilities for Amazon. And
okay.
Then we're going to go up to Solvang, California, and spend a week up there.
Nice. Yeah, my wife and I have different spring breaks for the first time in about 5 years.
What?
She has hers. I know, it's kind of a drag. But the nice thing is my wife has spring break the same time my daughter does. So they can hang out together and they'll do mom and daughter stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
I thought you and your wife worked for the same district.
No, she works for the district we live in, Federal Way, and I work in Tacoma, which is just south. So 2 different districts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I know they always try to break up the spring break so you don't have too many kids running around the greater area all at once, flooding the malls and everything else, driving folks crazy.
Yeah, and like I said, probably the last 5 years we've had the same spring break, but this one it's different. And Easter is so late that I think my district also said let's push ours back a week later than normal. So
Mhm.
I bet I've been working for this district since '83, and I bet I have taught on April Fool's Day 3 times, and this will be one of them. I think the first is on the weekday, but usually that's our spring break. We're usually on spring break. Whenever the first hits, we're usually on spring break. This year we're not.
Okay.
We're the
TJ, are we
week after.
boring you? TJ, are we
TJ.
boring you?
What happened?
Are we boring you? You up there yawning
Oh
during our
no,
conversation?
no.
You know
no,
what?
Like I'm,
You know
like
what?
I'm
If you're using my class, I'll make you stand up in the corner instead of wait.
Yeah, you was
No,
dazing off there.
Yeah, I was reading, like, sometimes when I stare at my phone for like a long period of time, my eyes get heavy and stuff. I'm just like, I need to take a nap.
So don't do that.
I always tell my wife, they're lucky I did not go into teaching profession, because I tell them straight out, I can either make you smart, or I can make you strong, one or the other.
Yeah, I know I remember when I was in school, when either me or somebody else would fall asleep, somebody would walk by and drop a book on the floor and it would just go pow.
TJ, you grab it. Go stand in the corner over there.
I had a teacher growing up.
My
lean forward,
dunce
TJ.
cap?
I had a teacher growing up that wouldn't let you wear any kind of like sweaters or anything in class because he said it would make you feel tired.
Yeah.
Because your body's overheating.
Yeah, he didn't want you getting sleepy on a cold day, so he'd make you take your sweater off.
Yeah.
And
Joe, know what I'm talking about. I can make you smart and make you strong, because you're gonna need
That's
either
right.
one later on in life.
Got a point.
Strong back or a smart mind.
And Marine Corps made us strong, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh Lord.
Well, Dre, are you going to get the Mavic 4?
No, there's just not enough to it to need to upgrade.
Yeah.
There's just not enough. I mean, I don't know about the consumer one, but I know for the enterprise levels, it's not really enough to upgrade. Like guys all excited about, well, I can fly a little faster and get. I said, dude, you're only talking about minutes. I had this big discussion with a guy in one of the Facebook groups, and he was trying to brag about how the Mavic 3E was twice as, could fly twice as long as the older Phantoms. And I said, I told him, you're wrong. And I said, he's trying to say, oh, you get 35 minutes. I said, dude, you're reading stuff off the box. I can show you data that if you're from 100% battery and you do return to home at 30%, it's only about a 5 to 6 minutes difference between the Mavic 3E and the Phantom 4 Pro. And he's brag. I told him, show me your data that you're getting 35 minutes of flight time out of that drone.
yeah,
And
because
I showed him over 2 different flights with the Phantom and 2 different flights with either the Mavic 3E or my Mavic 3M on the same project, Lance. And it only showed a differential of no more than 7 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Using those parameters. I said, now I told the guy, I always like it when you guys say get those keyboard warriors, then all of a sudden all you see or hear is crickets. They don't want to come back and dispute. I said, here's my proof. Where's yours?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't want to say nothing. Don't want to come back and apologize or admit, well, maybe I'm wrong. Or like I said, when people are talking off the top of their head, they don't have no real data to back up what they're saying. I always call them news headlines people. All you read is the headlines.
Yeah. I think I'm going to like the LiDAR. It'd be it would be a for sure deal if it had infrared, but I'm sure it's not going to have infrared.
On the sensors?
Yeah. Well, no, infrared camera.
No, No,
It's not going to have it. You know,
No,
they're
not gonna
keeping
have
that
a-
with the
I
Enterprise.
say the 4T will have the thermal camera, but I say they may have LiDAR in the sensors for
Yeah.
better, obstacle avoidance. But like I said, depending upon what you do. Hey, Ron,
Hey,
good morning.
Ron,
Depending upon
okay.
what you do,
Morning, Ron.
if that's
Yeah, Ron.
something that's going to benefit you or not. Like I said, I don't rely upon sensors hardly much at all. I mean, I don't turn mine off, but I don't rely upon them because I do a safety flight before my main flights to make sure to reduce the possibilities of hazardous situations.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just part
And I
of my
was-
part of my workflow.
Yeah. I was thinking thermal,
Safety
not
flight.
infrared. If it had a thermal camera, that would be cool. Which
Yeah, well, the
which
4T
other
is gonna have a thermal camera.
which other company has that? It's the
Well, what's called Autel has their
I thought so.
Max T. I think it is thermal camera on their drone, but I said that
Yeah.
drone's now 2-3 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parrot and Naffy.
Yeah, Paranafi, that's even an older camera.
Yeah.
I think that's about almost 5 years old. The Paranafi USA version, which I heard got dropped off the blue list. So something's amiss with it. There's a couple of drones, even Wingdra drone is no longer on the blue list. So I don't know if it's been self-regulatory, took themselves off the list, or were they just being reevaluated and they got told to be off the list. So
Yep.
that's why I said even the options of going with other manufacturers are starting to become very slim.
I don't even know whether Parrots still do a commercial drone anymore.
Well, the
I
last
think-
one they put out was
I think-
that
I think the-
Paranafi, Government USA, whatever it was, type thing, and that's almost 5 years ago now.
I think Parrot are now just making drones with no cameras for the light shows.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if they haven't put out anything on the market. I would say, nothing on the market for retail sale. Because I know you can't find a Paranafi anything in a Best Buy or probably definitely, I don't know if you can get them on Amazon. I think the only place you might be able to find one is usually a mom and pop shop.
You find them on eBay.
who has some in
That's
stock.
about it. Second-hand ones. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering where you were. Well, there's
So it's going to be a real tight one here coming up soon. I mean, it's already affecting. Like I say, you can't buy nothing out of Best Buy anymore. Once they run out of stock, they can't get nothing else back in. So Ron, what's been going on, bud? I heard you are scaling down.
Gold.
Yeah, you left one employer and just sticking with the one.
oh yeah, had another one yesterday. In fact, I just got done writing a 3-page email to all the bosses. Oh, she really challenged me and put me in a position. There was if we were a couple dudes in a bar drinking a beer, I would have said a whole lot of other things, but I'm like, no, can't do that. So,
Oh, yeah, Ron, you're a supervisor now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, she, I understand, well, not that I didn't before, but I understand more now why employers don't want interdepartment relationships.
Mm-hmm. Get ugly.
And excuse the expression, guys, but she is the most type A, manipulative, abrasive female that I've ever met at work. And, her boyfriend is like a little golden retriever, rolls over. Everything she says, you know what? I'm not worried about getting laid by her. So I ain't going to put up with her shit.
Right.
And I put her in her place. She went storming out of the office, out of the building. And then I called who I answer to. He's like, "Oh, you write that up." And yep. So my phone is sure to be, I just set it about 5 minutes ago. I have a feeling it's going to be blowing up today. But
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't understand when you get to supervisor level, you're never off the clock.
no.
Never off the clock. You represent
Here's
the
all
company 24/7.
Dre, you've had a lot of supervisor experience, and one thing that's nice is the people above me. I realize you kind of like along the lines that you said. You know what? You deserve your time off too. I would rather call my supervisor, interrupt his family dinner, and say, "I need to talk to you for 1 minute and get your permission on something," as opposed to just going ahead and making the wrong decision and, have the consequences be worse. And that's all this girl asked me something she wanted to do. And I said, you know what? I'm new at this role. And I said, I don't know if I've got permission powers to grant you what you want.
Right.
Let me check with Colleen. Well, isn't it her day off? It is. But Colleen has told me numerous times, "Ron, my phone's always on to you. You're new at this role. If you need something, you call me."
Right.
So that's all I attempted to do. And she got storming off, "Well, just fucking forget it." Okay. And then she told me she was just going to do something else without my permission. I said, "No, you won't." End of story.
Yeah.
And then she went storming out of the building. So we really strive at this work. Every staff meeting, the hospital has what they call 7 pillars of excellence. And we recite that every staff meeting. And abrasive, manipulative attitude is not on that list. So,
yeah, she was just trying to see how far she could go.
Yeah, she tried to, when she asked me permission, she's like, "Well, every other lead medic would let me do it. I'm not
Right.
every other lead medic."
Oh, like Dre said too, when you become a supervisor, you're never off, especially first responders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very important position. Like even your bosses, they're going to have to expect you guys to call them on their days off. That's what they signed up for.
Yeah.
Right. That's part of the job description. It says that they give you a phone, they expect that phone to be on.
Yep. Yeah.
Simple as that.
But
they got
you know what I did?
contacting you.
You know what I did, Dre, and tell me what you think of this. We do a lot of transfers from our hospital to bigger hospitals, more hospitals that are able to provide better care and higher level of care. And we had 2 transfers that were going out, and we all take turns at going. Now, granted, I've got the supervisor phone, and that phone rang the whole time I was gone. But while I was gone, the employees that were back at the main station, they did their job. They did it smoothly. I had asked a couple of them, "Hey, if you have time, can you get this done? Can you get that done?" And when I got back, they got it all done.
Yeah.
And I went, and then my partner, she's kind of a brand new girl. She's just probably the best bedside manner I've ever seen with a provider with this 85-year-old lady. I took her aside and I made sure she knew that. I mean, as a 25, 30-year experienced guy, I said, "You know what? That's the best bedside manner I've ever seen in my life. Thank you for doing that." So I think things like that, when you tell an employee things like that, that goes a long way.
It does.
And that's what I wrote in my email. I said, I had a really bad start of my morning, but this is how the rest of our day went, and this is what all the other employees did.
Yeah.
So
it makes life a whole lot easier and relaxing when you have a crew who knows their own responsibilities and duties. In other words, you don't have to babysit. Everybody's an adult. Everybody's been trained. Everybody knows exactly what needs to be done. When you get a new person, you got to walk with them hand in hand for a little while, and let them go and learn a little bit, and all that kind of stuff. And you got experienced people who know the job, been on the job. Like they say, I always tell folks, I said, one day, one of you are going to be sitting where I'm at. Because I always tell folks, I'm not going to be here forever. This is not the end all for me. Either I'm going to retire or I'm going to move up myself. One or the other. So if you want my seat, you better watch and see what I do. Learn. If you want to learn, I always tell folks, I will teach you.
Yeah.
Like I say, get them attaboys out, man. Because like I say, attaboys don't cost you nothing. It don't cost the company nothing.
No.
But it goes a long ways with the morale and the level of pride within the organization itself when you freely give out those attaboys stuff. Because I mean, everybody loves to get a raise, but you can't always get raises.
Yeah.
So I say never be I would say restrictive or you don't want to have that attitude of nobody does a great job. You have bosses like that. It's like everybody's just a knucklehead and they never get anything right, even though they're doing their job. And nobody wants to work for them.
Yeah. Apparently, Thursday and Friday, all the bosses were gone. They were all in a class that apparently the hospital paid big money for some expert to come in and say, hey, this is how you get to be a better manager, supervisor. And then when my direct supervisor, I asked him to stop in yesterday morning before I left, and I explained to him in detail what had happened. He said, you handled this very well. But he told me about the class he was in, and he said, one of the things we talk about, there are reds, yellows, and greens. She's in the red. She's an employee that we're looking to, you know, so, but yeah, it's like herding chickens.
Or cats.
Or cats. Same damn thing.
Ron, how many times have you sat back and said, what the fuck did I sign up for?
You know what? Funny thing you mentioned that. Yeah. More than once. Is it worth the extra $1.50 an hour? I don't know.
Sometimes I ask myself that same question, like, what the fuck did I sign up for?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I did that when I shot that elk this year. And when I waded up in snow over my waist, I'm like, oh, what have I done?
Oh, wow.
So are you doing more office stuff now? Or are you still out on the road working or what?
No, I'm on duty, but I am the person in charge of 12 or sometimes 14 people for the day. I run the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, I got one question though. The girl you're talking about, does she look like that?
No.
So do you get like a
because
supervisor?
if she looks like that, you roll over a little.
Yeah. He thinks she looks like that. And her boyfriend, even though they've broken up, I sit there and watch them on Facebook and stuff, and he's still like, oh, you're so beautiful. And I sat him down New Year's Eve. He had to move out of her place. He's on his own. He's hurting for money. He's struggling. I took him out to dinner New Year's Eve as a friend, and I bought him dinner. But I said, dude, find somebody else. She don't want you. You have found that out. Matter of fact, my phone just blew up. Hold on.
Yeah, she heard you.
Yeah. I'm watching you.
Watching you.
You better go check that bear in the back of you. You might have a camera in the eye.
Where's
And
Paul at?
that turkey in the back.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off here, y'all. I'm gonna go take a little cat nap.
All right.
No, see you later.
Okay,
Paul
TJ.
is
Take it easy.
taking the chance of driving his truck with no brakes to the shop.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's not back yet. Yeah, he said he could pump the brakes. He'll stop. Got brake fluid all over his garage. I was waiting to see Streamtime Live, him go fly a ship, and you see a white Tahoe floating down a river. You don't listen.
How's everything out in California?
Well, if it ain't burning up, it might be flooding out,
Yeah.
and then we gotta wait for the wind to blow.
Or sliding down, right?
How far were all those fires from you?
50 miles to the west of me.
Okay.
Not very far for a fire that size. either.
Yeah, I'd say that's still too
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the fire that happened back in October, that was a lot closer, right over to the east of Wrightwood, which did impact some of my work because part of my work was covered by TFR for a while, for about a month, so I couldn't get to the site. But yeah, and like I say, I look at all the things that has just happened over the weekend, leading into the weekend, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, all that kind of stuff. And I was just talking to my insurance broker guy, and you know, all of us, we've had the same conversation. Where do you go to try to avoid all these natural disasters? And I said, there's nowhere to hide. You know, there's really nowhere to hide. You know, we
I had one go directly over me.
Yeah, you
over
get
the weekend.
wildfires and earthquakes and whatever, flooding here in California, different
Tornadoes,
parts.
hurricanes.
You know, you're down across the Southwest, you know, coming out of Texas, Oklahoma and stuff, you can get hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, flooding there too, you know, all the way into Florida, up to Georgia, across the Carolinas. I mean, where you're at, Ron, like I said, if I didn't want to live in the snow, I'll probably be your neighbor a couple miles down the road.
Have fun.
That's the only thing. That's what I tell people. I said, I don't want to, you know, I did my time in the snow, going to college and in the military and stuff. I said, not interested, but you got to give up something, you know, and that's just the way it is. You got to tolerate something.
You know, it's like I think we all, depending on where we're at, you got your fires, you got those Santa Ana winds, you got your droughts, you got your earthquakes, you know. Here, me in the Midwest, yeah, I've got my snowstorms, but I'll tell you honestly, from about mid-March, late March, like right now, I've had some days in the 60s. And some days, even after you're here and get acclimated to it, like you could have snow on the ground and have days in the 50s, you know, pushing 60. You're out there in a light sweatshirt and you're comfortable as can be because that's reflection from the snow and the sun. And, you know, I honestly, I don't remember the last time I had a coat on in the past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Might have a sweatshirt on at work, but
yeah, I mean, you get acclimated yourself, but like I always tell folks, I said, then you have those days where you got to ask yourself, we're out of milk. Do I really need milk that bad?
Yeah.
Because you know, driving down the road is like an e-ticket at Disneyland. You know, slide across the road, wind up in a ditch somewhere, and you got to think, now I'm really screwed. Now the vehicle's screwed up, and all I wanted was a quart of milk.
Yeah. You know, and I do the same thing. Like I've got a small grocery store a minute away. If I want some more things, I got to go about 12 miles. But if I want to go to, you know, Home Depot or Walmart or, you know, something like that, I've got to drive about 35 miles. And when you go into town, and even mornings that I leave work, I stop and think, do I need anything from town before I go home? You know?
Yeah.
Ron, that's why they invented home delivery.
Yeah, I don't think that pays off too well up there, Mark.
Oh, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this, but I keep getting visitors that I really don't invite to my home. I don't know whether this will show because of the green screen, but
what you mean? Somebody's
it's too reflective.
Taking the place
yeah,
of the
too
turkey.
reflective. I got another lion in my yard. Funny thing is, my one coworker, she came over the other day. Her husband is like the best smoked brisket maker, and she knows I love it. So her and her husband and I have become really good friends, and she brought me over some brisket. Well, she brought her little one, who's only a year and a half. And the little one was out in my front yard, like 10 feet off my porch and trying to catch the bunny rabbits that were sitting there eating. But the very next morning, I go out there and I'm like, holy crap, where'd these come from? They weren't here yesterday. And in the mud were these large mountain lion prints.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I sent her a picture. I said, look where you were yesterday. You remember these prints?
Well, I remember I was on, I think I saw it on Facebook or whatever, where the pizza delivery guy in Florida drop off a pizza and he sees this 8-foot alligator under the vehicle.
Oh.
So he backs away and he calls the lady and tells her, hey, I can't deliver your pizza to the front door because there's an alligator. Well, the lady comes out the front door, walks down the path right about no more than about 5 feet from the car, where the gator is underneath. And I'm like, and she was more concerned about, well, how am I gonna get my pizza? Instead of like, hey, get your dumb ass in the house where this alligator have you as a pizza. You know?
That's funny.
You know? And that's what I said. I was like, man, stuff. My wife sees stuff like that. She said, "Oh, we ain't never moving to Florida, ever."
Yeah. Oh, come on, you gotta take a chance.
Yeah, I tell you this, Joe. My wife don't even deal with the raccoons we get every once in a while, or possums.
Yeah.
Like, no. She's a Philadelphia girl, and she's from the city. You don't believe
I was in an
it.
apartment one time, and I used to have a 2x4 sitting right by my wall. So when I go in the house, I had to fight the raccoons to get in sometime.
She'd be like, back out of driveway, go somewhere else, hotel, says, let me know when we moving.
Or when you're down in the marsh in a little 10-foot flatboat, and you look up and you got a 14-foot gator swimming next to you. You just don't mess with them. You just leave them alone.
Well, I see Paul made it back safely. He picked up some Boston cream donuts.
Boston creams, yep. Well, I have to have these. This is my medication, Dre.
I wish they could be my medication.
That's to celebrate getting the car to the garage without crashing it.
What'd they say, Paul?
It reminds me, Paul, of that. I don't know if I'm sure a lot of you have seen that movie, Pulp Fiction, when John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson bust into that kid's house and he takes his big Kahuna burger. He's like, yes, the heart of any nutritious breakfast. Big Kahuna burger. There's Paul with his Boston creams. How's your new puppy, Paul?
Bone, come here.
Oh. Is it Beagle?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Mostly.
Any problems at all, or is he pretty?
He's a wild child, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Again, he's not wild. He's normal. You're sedentary.
I think you've told me that before, Joe.
I'm gonna keep telling you that. Don't blame the dog.
Well, you know what I wish, or unless you get anybody let me bring the chat back up. Anybody in the chat? Anybody really good with Final Cut Pro?
No boner.
Don't use it.
You don't use it?
No, I don't use it. I use Filmora.
I've got it, but I don't use it either.
You could try getting a hold of Donald. He might be able to help you.
I'm a Premiere
Donald's
guy.
the one he uses.
Yeah, Don. Yeah.
Donald does?
Yeah, he might be able to help you with it.
You
got a question? He was
Hey,
in
Paul.
Jason's chat the other day helping him out with something.
Paul must have a speaker low again.
You
Because
could
he didn't
actually
answer
probably,
Justin.
you probably actually ask Jason as well, because Jason, I think, uses that too. He might know something.
No, Jason uses Premiere Pro, I think.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Paul, Justin wanted to know if they found out anything.
No, I just go in and give them the keys and register it. They put it with the whole stack of other things to work on, so. They
So
said
they
they'd
haven't
let
even
me know.
told, they haven't even told you what's wrong yet.
Well, I'm not gonna
Aubrey.
tell you right there up front in the face. They're gonna call you about an hour and a half later and let you know.
Let you worry about it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the thing of it is they close at 5.
Yeah, so they got a couple hours to get it right. Plus they gotta order parts.
It might be only
And
15-minute fix.
their lot was completely full of other cars to be
Any,
served.
anything from 10 minutes to about 4 hours.
Yeah. I guarantee you they're not changing a whole fuel line. I mean, brake line.
Or
It's gonna be
brake
one
line.
little stupid part in the back.
But that's life living in the cold states where it snows. Is you have stuff like that where brake lines and other things rust after a certain amount of time.
Brake lines shouldn't rust because they're made out of copper.
Yeah, it should be the what you
It's
call it.
not
It should
it's
be
not
just
so
a
much
hose.
the snow, Mark. It's the salt solvent they put on the roads that get up in the undercarriage of the car.
Well, Dre, it's the left rear brake line just in front of the rear tires where it's leaking.
Right, where you'll get the tires kick up the salt solvent up into that area. And eventually
Somebody
over time,
went up there and looked at it and said that it's
The thing is, they're not made of pure copper anymore. They're an aluminium copper alloy, and the aluminium oxidizes more than the copper does.
the brake line is inside the chassis.
mm-hmm. Intertwines in the chassis like most brake lines do.
Yep.
They don't leave it totally exposed, but they can get snagged if you run over something. But that's why I'm saying that,
not really, not
one,
here.
one of the things that I was
Brake
always
brake lines are always clipped to the chassis rails.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's intertwined in the chassis along
Inside
the chassis.
the rail.
Mm-hmm.
It's not inside it. It's just clipped to the side of it. They can't put
Not
it
according to
inside.
the mechanic that was working on the car next door, went and looked. He says it's clustered inside the rails.
Oh, that's stupid. That makes maintenance really bloody tricky. That could just have changed it to an 8-hour job.
Yeah, I still say it's the hose in the back connected to it.
Well, I guess that's why I was always taught never buy.
If you're
a car
lucky, that's
from
all it'll be.
cold weather state.
Either a split rubber hose or a faulty banjo joint.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I'm gonna head out. It was good seeing you, Ron. Paul, I'm glad you're still safe.
It's
Joe,
good to see you, Dre. It's been a while.
Ed, good to see you. Mark, see you around. Lance, I guess I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Dre, it's always good to see you, my friend.
You guys take care.
Take care, Dre.
Yes, right.
Oh.
Aubrey.
I guess you obviously saw I have not fixed this background.
Yeah, we see that. I thought you just liked it. You gave up.
I do like it, but I do like it, and I have given up. I don't know what else to do. I've cleared cookies and history. I've uninstalled Zoom, reinstalled. I've tried it all. I don't know what else to do. But he's like Justice said, I think it's something on this computer. Something is because I go on to other computers and don't do it. So something here is glitching it, and I don't know what. Well, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm gonna get started with my day.
Well, Ron, it's always good to have you popping in to say hi.
Yeah, coming up on some busy times coming up.
Justin's board. He's got the whole week off.
Wow.
Spring break.
Oh yeah, with school. Yeah.
Yeah, schools are closed.
This
So
new
Ronnie, you doing any traveling this spring, or are you just waiting till summer?
No, I don't have anything till, funny, I was just gonna mention this new outfitter that I'm gonna be working for. I'm going up, he runs an operation here and he runs an operation up in northern Canada. I'm going up there August 22nd for a week of fishing. And I've gotten the man 1, 2, 3, 4 clients, and I haven't started working for him yet. My partner
Go find his pictures.
of yesterday, he called and signed up for him and his buddy to do a bear hunt up in Canada. My other coworker is going with me in August.
Stupid.
Oh, five hunts I've got him. And my buddy from Pennsylvania is coming out for a bison hunt in December.
Do you ever have any female hunters?
Oh yeah, yeah. Not often, but I had one girl, probably about 5 years ago. She was only about 16, really pretty girl. Would never expect her to be a hunter, But she come out with her dad. Her dad was some big executive with a electric company out in, I think, Michigan. And but they come out for a antelope and buffalo hunt. And she was posting all her pictures like on Facebook with her friends and that. She got so much hate from so many people because she, posted hunting pictures on it. It was amazing. And it was actually terrible.
So she didn't come out again, huh?
No, she just said, I don't care. Yeah, she's like, I don't give a shit. They can hate me all they want. But she loved to hunt.
Hate me all you want. It tastes good.
Skyfly, have a good day. Skyfly is leaving.
Okay.
Later, Skyfly. Joel.
Skyfly got to run. Everyone have a great day. All right.
And I have another couple from Pennsylvania. She got her husband a antelope and mule deer hunt for his birthday. He didn't know it. And
have a good day, Jim.
Yeah, she was awesome. She came along with us. She didn't hunt, but she came along with us, and she had such a good eye. She's like, Ron, there's deer over here, and the deer, she was pointing stuff out that I wasn't seeing. And I told her husband, I said, I'll send your wife back in a couple of weeks when the season's over. I'm going to keep her with me as a guide. It was she was great.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
So she didn't look like this either, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just checking.
Yep.
See what I like about this? When I take a picture and put them out and tag them, all of a sudden I find out who they are. Somebody will send me the name.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. Yeah. I wish you could have come and helped me, but I just don't. I think it's like we talked. Jim was going to come up here and try and help me with my truck, but he's got a really bad hip and he can't. He uses a cane and he can't get down underneath the truck and that kind of stuff. And so I bit the bullet and took it downtown to Firestone Tires, and they're going to work on it. So I don't know how many $1 million that's going to cost, but
Jim could probably get under the truck. It just might not be able to get out.
yeah, that's what he said.
I could get under stuff out of it. You ought to see me trying to get out of it.
But Jim's a great guy. He's offered to help me before, and he has helped me before. So, Ron, what's your plan for today?
I'm just going to relax. Last shift was pretty brutal. I slept from about 10 o'clock, pretty much most of yesterday and last night. So gonna rest up, going back again tomorrow. And
You get a supervisor car to respond to calls, or do you just go in the ambulances?
no, like I said, I'm in an ambulance. Like I said, I'm just
Okay.
one of the crew members, but I'm the man in charge for the day. And like during the weekday, I have multiple other supervisors that are higher ranked than me. But they pretty much let you do your thing.
They pretty much are there to back you up. Is that what they're there for?
Yeah. And I've been going to them for guidance, on things. It's like my supervisor yesterday, he's the guy that asked me to go in the position I'm in. He was at another station and I'd never heard a peep out of him all day. But I did call him. He was on his way home and I said, I'm going to be stuck here for a couple hours doing paperwork. Can you stop in before you go home? I need to talk to you about yesterday's events. And when I was done talking to him, he said, this is completely unacceptable. And I want you to completely write this up, send it to all of management. And so I did. So I said, I'm surprised the phone hasn't started ringing yet. I'm sure it's about to.
Well,
Yeah,
that's good. He's got your back.
He does, and he knows of this girl. He knows what she's like. And yeah. I hate to be this way, but don't try and manipulate me. Don't get, in other words, tell me what you guys would think. What would be the first thing that come to your mind?
Not fire.
No, she wanted to do something, and I said, you know what? I said, listen, I'm new at this, and I don't know 100% all the rules. Let me call somebody. I said, let me call this one woman, Colleen, who's kind of been my mentor when I started there. And Colleen is a big supervisor, but Colleen has constantly said to me, Ron, you ever need anything? Yes, I'm off, but my phone is always on. And so I said, let me call her because she would be the final authority to give permission. Well, as soon as I said that, we'll just forget it. And she said, fuck it. And was storming away in front of everybody. And everybody's like, what the hell is her problem?
Yeah, that's a fine.
So when I sat and thought to myself, well, here I'm asking somebody with authority for final permission. And when she realized this, now all of a sudden, I don't forget about it. So what's that tell you? It tells you that she's trying to pull wool over my eyes, and
Yeah, she's trying to manipulate you and get you to back down.
Exactly. And she wanted me to go ahead and give her permission. And then if it would have been the wrong decision, who would have come back on? Me. So.
Well, what in my opinion, and Joe maybe could back me up on this, is that when she turned around and walked away, you should have yelled at her right there. Stop right there. Turn around here.
Yell.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to yell.
Nope. I let her go. But what I did like is that two other employees were sitting there and they looked at me and they said, what in the world is her problem? So in other words, they recognize that.
Yeah.
Their names were also in the email as witnesses. So they really do strive, and I believe in it. They strive in exactly how I ended my email to the bosses, and how I ended the email. My last paragraph was, I said, guys, I said to leadership, I said, on the other hand, this is how the rest of my day went, and it was full of positives. And I said, I'd like to share them with you. And I did. And I told them what I felt there were a couple people yesterday that kind of went above and beyond and did things that were not asked of them, or reminded of. They said, hey, we know what we need to do today. And I said, would you please, if you guys have a chance, you see this person in passing, would you please thank them? You know? So I figured that was a nice way to end the email. But and then on the same token, I think when my bosses go to those employees and say, hey, you know what, Ron brought to my attention that you did this and did that, and he really complimented you. I think those fellow employees now are going to have more respect for me because they're going to see, hey, Ron took time out to make sure to tell the bosses that I did a really good job, you know? So.
Well, now, is she still an employee?
As of today, but that's starting to wear thin. Yeah.
So is it only she was trying to screw with you, or is she like that to everybody?
Oh, she's like that to everybody. She's very dominant in type A, and she, as a matter of fact, and this was a little risky, but this is a funny story. I worked with her about 2 months ago down at one of our satellite stations, and we got a call for a woman, Native American woman, that was doing something that she really shouldn't have been. The woman had been drinking. The woman was batshit crazy out of her mind. And Courtney, she's kind of a big girl. She's tall, she's been big boned, you know, and she almost has the resting bitch face, you know. And she's getting in this woman's face, and I figured, let me have her take lead, even though I am higher trained than her. But I let her take lead on this call, and within a minute, this drunken woman is like, I don't like you. You got a bad attitude, and blah, 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 blah. So I figured, and Joe, I'm sure you've done this, where it's like time to play good cop, bad cop.
Yep.
So this woman, like I said, she was nuts and telling us that she was hired by the U.S. military to kill people, and she was a sergeant in the Marines, and she was a general in the Army. And
yeah, okay.
Courtney is just like, well, ma'am, you've been drinking, you're drunk, and you're going to have to come. You know, blah, blah, blah. She's, you know, sticking her chest out at her. So I'm like, it's time for me to intervene. So I said, ma'am, can I intervene here for a moment? And I said, first off, I'd like to thank you for your years of service in the U.S. military, and we appreciate you serving our country. Even though I knew goddamn well she didn't spend 5 seconds in the military. But the woman said, well, thank you. It's about time somebody appreciates me, and your partner has a badass attitude. And I said, well, my partner and I are going to have a talk after all this. And Courtney looked over at me like, excuse me? And I was messing, you know. But, oh, yeah, she got really pissed. And this woman just fell into the palm of my hands. I said, man, would you mind coming over to our ambulance and let me check you out? And would you mind spending a couple of minutes? In other words, I really got down on her level. And
you're too nice.
Yeah. And it worked, you know.
You're too nice, though.
Justin, Laura's asking you.
Then Courtney, you know, I said to her at the end of everything, I said, when we get back to the station, you need to go to your room and think about what you've done here tonight. And, oh, man, the dirty looks I got. Woo.
Justin's not playing with you, Laura.
Laura's been poking at Justin, huh?
You're too nice. When I had the guy that was the paraplegic, and it was a sniper incident where they were gonna shoot him because he thought he had his wife as a hostage, and he kept putting a gun to his head, and they said, do you want us to take the shot? They were gonna shoot him because they thought that he was becoming suicidal, where he was gonna kill himself and the wife. And come to find out, the wife shows up and said, what's going on? The wife wasn't even in the house, you know? So they got him out the house, and he's the one that, I tell you, I could not find a heartbeat. I don't know what he had, what he took or whatever, but I could not find a heartbeat. Then all of a sudden he started beating again. And he's up there and he looks at me and he's spitting at me, and I got him covered up with a sheet around his neck and 3-inch tape around the sheet so he can't spit out the sheet. And he's sitting there and he's screaming at me. He says, I was in the Marine Corps. He said, I'm going to rip your head off, and I'm going to do this with it, and I'm going to do this with your head, and I'm going to do this with the hole and everything like this. And I said, bitch, listen to me. And he said, He said, I was in the Marine Corps, I know hand-to-hand combat. I said, first off, he said he was at Quantico. That's what the thing is screwed up. I said, first of all, if you were at Quantico, Virginia, that means you were an officer in the Marine Corps, and I probably taught you hand-to-hand combat, and you ain't not gonna beat my ass. Number one. I said, if you could do that, everything you're saying you could do, your wife wouldn't have left you. Like that. But it was like my cousin was with me. We were partners that day. My cousin turned around. He goes, "Oh Lord, you're cruel." I said, "I'm tired, man. Guys spitting at me, everything else." Now my cousin would have probably been worse than me. It was like we had a police officer that came from New Orleans. It was Jefferson Parish. That he was new at Jefferson Parish. He didn't know what to do. I told him, I said, cuff this guy cuff him to the bar on a stretcher, so he can't swing at me. And I told him, grab that sheet and just throw it over him. So he threw the sheet over him, and I took the 3-inch tape and wrapped it around so he couldn't take it off. Brought him into Charity Hospital emergency room with a sheet wrapped around his head.
Yeah.
One of the nurses looked at me and she goes, "Oh, he must be a spitter, huh?" I said, "Yep." Then he went off on me in the hospital again. And I went right back. All the nurses turned around, opened their mouth dropped. Robert said, "Come on, let's go." I said, "I'm leaving."
Oh, shit. One of the supervisors is texting me. I better go.
Yep.
I knew it was coming sooner or later. So,
it's coming.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a good day.
Always remember documentation.
You too, man.
What's that?
Documentation.
That's what I did. Yep.
Yep.
All righty, guys. Well, have a good day.
You too.
Yeah.
See you, Ron.
Yeah, you set up a paper trail, and you can't hide a paper trail.
I'm jumping off too. I'll catch y'all later.
Oh, gotta go play. Okay.
Oh, they're gonna play Fortnite. Oh,
Yeah. That
Joe, you
figures.
going flying today?
I got a banquet tonight. I might go fly. I don't know.
Oh,
It's just
tonight
downloaded
you got a sports banquet tonight?
Yeah, the girls' banquet for basketball. I'm gonna get my $50 gift card they give me, and go eat the good food. So
oh, nice.
and take a couple of pictures of them getting their what you call it, their awards.
I'm gonna
And
go
believe
jump
me, I
in the
don't feel like
shower.
going though. But I'm gonna go to eat more than anything. Because the food's gonna be real good. They'll have some kind of like chicken pasta, chicken Alfredo. The salads they make at this place is at an event center that does weddings. And the salads, shoot, you could eat the salad and be happy.
Nice. I'm gonna go in the shower soon and then go get my neck trimmed.
Laura told me shut up. Hello, Laura. Well, I tagged
Okay,
all the
everybody.
people
I think
in those
we're
two
gonna close
parades.
it down, Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody, hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today. Joe, what time's your banquet?
I should be on a few minutes.
Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you.